Hello YouTube, it's Little Derek.comics back with another video, and today we are going to be looking at the Thula gameplay trailer for. So as usual, I'm gonna let the trailer play out just so you guys can see it, and then I'm gonna go into the breakdown. So let's go ahead and get started.
Why is it that everything you make is pink? There are other colors. No surviving this! Come here! Here! Ready to bleed? This is over! Come here! Bleed! You're going to die. This is over! On it! Come here! Try harder! Come here! Predictable! Bleed! Watch out! Boom! I got this! Boom! Predictable! No surviving this! Coming in! Boom! Here's a taste of reality. The strong survive! You will not! Don't bother.
So yeah, that's the first look at Thula. As you can see, she's a really long-range character. Let's go ahead and break her down. All right, so I got the speed slowed down a little bit, and we're just gonna go ahead and look at her trailer again.
There are other colors.
Also, I really like the special interactions, like the one she just gave against Eve, where it's like, why are you always making pink stuff? It's like I can't wait to see the special interactions between all the characters. I really love those. But let's get into some actual gameplay. All right, so right here, first move we get is that kind of scorpion lasso she's got, and it gets like a counter against Eve, and you could see that interrupted her like long range projectile kind of attack, and it brings her in. So it's very much so similar to Scorpion Spear in a few ways. It's not a full screen thing, and also it's not a special. This is her medium attack, and very similar to what I said in the Eve video. I want to say her medium attack is chargeable. So I think at least a few characters in this game, if not all of them, will have chargeable mediums, and I'll explain more about that in a little bit. But yeah, so she gets this universal uppercut, and then she goes into the aerial version of that medium. So you can see how much range this has on it. And I really love the animation where she like kicks the hair, like the spear in the hair into Adam Eve. It's a really cool animation. I love it. But yeah, this has a lot of range, and it's a good way to start off combos in the air. Because a lot of these combos will start off with this. So medium into, I'm going to call that a special, and I'll explain more in a little bit. So she hits her with this special, and then hits her with a medium or with a heavy into another special. Now this one right here I know is a special because I saw another trailer where it did like a EX version of it. So you can go heavy into this special move, and then it'll bring them back around, and then it'll go right back into this medium, and then that special again. And now the reason I call this a special is because that kind of downward headbutt that leads into this has got to be a heavy. Like that's got to be a heavy or another special, but I'm pretty sure that's a heavy. So heavy into special into medium. I'm assuming since one chain move like that is a special, I'd assume that this is also a special. I'm assuming this is a special. And then this is her level 1 super, so it just kind of whips that chain around a bit and then knocks it down. All right, so then we get this starter, and it's another kind of dragon, and it's pretty much the same thing. It's a medium attack, except this one goes downward. Now, I don't know if this will be chargeable, but I am almost certain this is the medium attack, maybe just a downward version of it. Sometimes you can point certain attacks in different directions if you aim them, but I just assume that since this is a more kind of beginner friendly game in a lot of ways. I'm gonna assume this is just down medium. So she drags him in and then goes for what I'm assuming again is a special, brings him up, and then goes into the medium attack. No, no, no. This is another special that she goes into uh that you can do on the ground as well. But yeah, that kind of brings him upward and she continues the combo with that other special again. So this right here, you can kind of see right here, this is not a jab. This is how she starts her throw. There's no jab button she has like this. So she begins a throw, and I'm assuming this is either a counter throw or she just kind of comboed into her other attacks. So she gets the throw, Adam Eve gets called out, and then she continues the combo. And it's really weird. So she gets the medium and then jumps up in the air. It's like an instant air and then goes for that down medium and then also gets Adam Eve's assist attack. And then she cancels that into an EX air dash. And then she goes into the medium in the air and then the special into the air. So also throws in this game are just really dangerous in general because you can combo off of them. So you be careful not to get thrown in this game, obviously. But and I know you might be thinking, "Oh, are you sure that's a throw?" Because usually you can't combo off a throw. Well, in Dragon Ball Fighters, that's exactly how throws work. It was a launcher combo, and it was also a combo ender. So this is not your traditional fighting game. It's more like some of the other tag fighters. So throws are dangerous, like I said. But yeah, after she goes for EX into the special, she cancels into a level 2 super. And I'm not entirely sure what all this does, but it seems very similar to Bulletproofs, where it does a combo for you after it, is what I was guessing. But she also does like the little spinning special and then goes into these 3 hits. And I think those 3 hits are exclusive to that combo. And if nothing else, it enhances it because there are these little red effects that she doesn't usually have. And then these little last 3 hits I only seen this after the level 3. So those have to be attached to it. So I don't know if this gives you that combo or if it kind of tweaks your moves, but yeah, and then it seems like she calls in Invincible to continue the combo. So yeah, a good way to continue a combo after this is to call in an assist. So Mark comes, knocks him up. She goes for that was the medium, right? Yeah, she does the medium and then cancels that medium into her little spinning special, and then she finishes that off with the heavy attack. And I know it's a little weird for a special move to cancel into a heavy, or a normal in general, but we saw in the Bulletproof showcase that you can combo special moves into normal sometimes, depending on the special move. That's not universal. I don't think you can cancel Invincible Punch into like Standing Light or anything like that, but for certain characters, you can go that route and it helps their combos. So yeah, we got a light, and then I'm assuming that's a backlight, like, because this is definitely a light attack. It's really quick. But yeah, then she goes into this light right here. Like, that's got to be another light attack. I can't see that being a medium. It has to either be a second light or it has to be a second medium because you can only go light, medium, heavy. So, and then this right here, I'm gonna assume that is a command normal because I can't see that being a special attack. I mean, it could be a special, but I don't think it is. Plus, she goes into a special immediately after, so I think this is like a command normal kind of showcase. So light into what I'm gonna assume is a maybe forward heavy into her special, which brings him back up, and then she could have continued that combo. But yeah, then right here we get her jumping in the air and hits him with that special move. So that brings him up in the air. She gets a light, then this medium, and then goes into what I'm assuming is that special, like I said. And then she goes EX spinning attack, and that knocks him up. She gets a jump, goes for a light, and then goes medium and hit confirms into her level 2. And this one's a little bit different because she didn't do like the long spin attack. She just kind of went straight into this kind of combo string and then knocked him down. So I don't know if it varies a little bit if you have some control over the combo, but yeah, again, this is a level 2 super. All right, so right here she goes for a throw again. She throws him over to Adam Eve. She does her assist and she goes for a backdash into this EX special. So I don't know if this combo is distance specific or if she was just flexing with the backdash, but or maybe you wanted to get closer to the corner. But yeah, there was a backdash into EX special, brings him up light, and then I'm gonna assume this is actually a heavy, like maybe a back heavy attack, because this is definitely a normal. This is not. This can't be a special move, and it's not her normal medium because the medium is the charge move. So, all right. So then she gets another throw, goes into the medium, then the heavy. And matter of fact, I want to say she got like the charged version of the medium. And this is something I'll keep in mind. You see that there's like a little glow kind of pop effect. I'm gonna see if I can pause it on it. But yeah, you see how there's like this glow effect when she charges it? So I think any charged move will have this glow effect. And I've seen it on other characters. I want to say I even saw it in the Mark trailer. So I think whenever you see a character glow like this, that means they're charging a move. It's not like a special move or anything. I think it's literally just a charged attack. So she goes for the charge attack, brings him in, goes heavy into the little special, into down medium, and then this is another special. This is another special. I saw an EX version of this in one of the other videos, but she goes for that special attack. It hits him up, and it works as a launcher. So if you don't want to use like your universal launcher, or if you want a longer or more damaging combo, you could probably just go for that special attack, and then she cancels that special attack into the EX spin, and then she knocks him up, and that's the end of that part of the combo. So this right here is interesting. So she goes for the throw again. Mark kind of stumbles, and
Here we
then
go again.
Bulletproof is coming with his assist, and I'm gonna actually slow this down. So she gets the throw. He comes with his assist attack. She comes with a light, and he continues the assist. She comes charging in with the medium. He comes with his assist, and then she goes in for the heavy. He goes in for the launcher on his assist, and then she goes for the universal launcher. And then she sends Mark flying up. And then she goes light, which was very quick. It's very hard to see it, but light, medium, heavy, and then that knocks him down. So right here we get Bulletproof again. This is a very dynamic duo, it seems like, from this trailer. They could do a lot, but Bulletproof comes charging at Eve. She blocks, and then she gets a low attack. So, and it was quick too. She was like in the middle of blocking. So you really have to watch her feet because this has a decent range. You see how far this goes, like past her feet. So this is at least a quarter to maybe half, well, maybe not half the screen, but this is a long ranged attack, and you constantly have to watch your toes around it. It's probably similar to the distance that, say, Teen Gohan could go with his crouch medium, except she doesn't have to come to you. This is like safe, especially depending on the distance. So yeah, she comes in, and then usually this would be a launcher, but since this is he would launch even to the air, but since this is a multi-hitting attack, it brings her down after she's supposed to get launched. So, and then she goes into that special attack, and then that, like I said, that works as a launcher. She goes for the medium, and then she cancels the medium into the level 1 special, and then the level 1 special, or the level 1 super, I should say. The level 1 super causes a ground bounce. So this will be really good for, extending combos. I don't know if you'd want to use it if you have a level 3. This might be good if you're just trying to finish somebody off and you just only have a level 1. I don't because this definitely won't do as much damage, and I don't know if the combos will be like scaled down really bad after this, but you can get a ground bounce off of this and continue the combo. So right here we get the medium into the heavy, into the grounded spinning attack, into another medium, into another heavy, and then we get bulletproof and he gets the launcher. And then she goes for a super jump. And yes, that is a super jump because look how high he launched. And then she's like just jumps high in the air. And before she even like reaches her apex, she gets like the charged version of her medium. Brings him in, goes for what I assume is the heavy, like I said, or a back heavy, because it's got to be a normal. I'm assuming it's a command normal. And plus, it comes after the medium, so it's probably a heavy. And then she goes into that kind of knockdown heavy, and then he gets a ground bounce. So the heavy like combo finisher that also does a ground bounce. So it's also good for continuing combos. So she has a lot of just crazy combo ability where she could just knock you on the ground, knock you back into the air. Insane looking combos, and then just the knife hair in general is insane.
Taste of reality.
But yeah, then we get this level 3. Then she whips her hair up, stabs him, and then goes for the pile driver attack. So that's the end of the Thula trailer. So what are my thoughts on Thula? Not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna lie to you. This may very well be my main. It's not even like, oh, I might, she is almost 100% gonna be on my team. I saw her when this game was dropping and I saw those combos with the hair, and I'm like, bro, nah, this is sick. The range she's got, she's a good mid-range character. Her attacks, her combos just look phenomenal. She seems so fun. You could tell the developers we're probably playing favorites on this one because there was a lot of creativity that could be done with this, and I think they handled her really well. So probably a day 1 character for me. Um, I'm like I said, I'm still probably gonna have Adam Eve on my team because I love Adam Eve and maybe Omni-Man, but this right here, she's a day 1. She is a day 1 character. But let me know what you think about Thula. Let me know how you like the breakdown, and be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more gameplay breakdowns and more Invincible. So I will see you guys in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.